They tell me you're a man with true grit.
What do you want, girl? Speak up at supper time.
All right, I am Shane Davis, former Imca Modified National Champion. Over here, we're live at Test and Tune Night at Davenport Speedway, and we're getting all tuned up for the big show we got coming up Thursday. Ricky, we got Lucas Oil MLRA rolling into town.
Yeah, there's some pretty big names coming. The Eldora canceled, and there's just not much going on this weekend in the World of Outlaws, Lucas Oil, the big ones, you know.
Well, you and I talked on the phone last week, and you called it right. I said, Rick, it's early. I always hated it when people called me early. Are we going to be able to race and have test and tune? And you said test and tune's a go, and here we are.
Yeah. This is amazing amount of cars and people that are in there. There's 300 people in here.
Wow.
Fantastic. Wow. That is fantastic.
I want to ask that you like and share if you're watching right now. We also want to thank our sponsor and big boss man, Kelly from Dunright TV, Dunright Motorsports, and Dunright Security Systems. Please check them out if you're looking to get some home cameras or whatever it may be. We also want to thank people that are watching this week. It is a very special week for Christian people. We've got Holy Week, so we had Palm Sunday yesterday. We are rolling into Friday night. That's when Jesus was crucified. Saturday, Silent Saturday. Sunday will be Resurrection Sunday. So make sure and head out to your local church. Check it out. A great week for the Christians that are listeners here on this show, True Grit. So, Ricky, tell us, what have we done here different at Davenport? When I came in, I seen that new top to the wall on the half mile.
Well, that's for the general manager, Sean Loaders. He never even said anything. It's just done. I can come in here and take a picture and like, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they've done a wonderful job this year. And now, tonight I seen you out there watering with something a little bit different than you normally water with.
I haven't got the hang of that big red thing yet. I got to figure that thing out yet.
You know, I remember when I used to go down to Oskaloosa, I think it was, they used to have something like that they watered with. And what do you use that for in the farming business?
Spraying, to spray for weeds and to also put liquid nitrogen on for corn.
So you run that baby right down through the middle of the field?
In the early spring before it's planted.
Okay,
Very
good,
nice.
Good.
Yeah.
And hey, speaking of that, how are the crops doing?
They're still in the bag.
All right. Man, so much water out there. If you can't race, you can't get out in the field, right?
Yeah, pretty much. That's the way it goes. Yep.
All right, and we're going to open up at 3 o'clock. The pit gates will open at 3 this Thursday for the Lucas Oil MLRA show.
What time is qualifying?
I think it's the normal time. That's 6:30 is our qualifying time starts.
And it's Thursday night, not Friday night.
Thursday night.
Thursday night, right.
Good.
Awesome.
Good. So we're going to have the front gate's going to open at 3 o'clock in the pit gate, and then the front gate will open at 5 o'clock, and we'll have hot laps at 6:30, our normal time, and then we'll follow that up with qualifying. That's kind of the order of events.
I think, we maybe they'll do some qualifying or hot laps at 6.
Okay.
To get some of that run through.
Gotcha.
I'm not exactly sure on that.
Nice.
All right.
I should know that.
It's all right. I think it should be a good show, though. It sounds like you got a bunch of hot shoes coming. Anybody that you can kind of tease us with or drop some names?
Ricky Thornton Jr., Shannon Babb, Brian Shirley, Garrett Albertson. All the MRL normals are going to.
Yeah, because Garrett finished second in points last
right.
year, and he come off a win last week. It was a non-Lucas Oil race, but he's been on fire this year. He's got those black diamonds going.
I got to go watch him down in Vado at his hometown, New Mexico. And
How was that?
Really good down there. It was fun to watch.
And I'll tell you what,
Whale of a
Justin,
show.
Spring Fling Sunday.
How about that?
Now, I'm just looking at my race pass, but Jeff Morris told me, he was there. He said he started about 12, and he just drove around on the bottom and schooled him.
We just figured we're going to enjoy our Sunday because he whacked the left front off on the tire at the heat race. So, you know.
Almost fired him, but he still got a job.
We'll just take what we get.
Yeah. And then the IMCA stock car you took there and you run street stock with, and you got a second place with that.
Yeah.
So you had a good weekend.
Yeah, the boys were happy.
Good.
Yep.
So
Good.
how do you do that? I'm curious. How does, and that's one of the things that's always amazed me about your family is how do you guys switch gears from a street stock to a modified to a late model to an open late model back to the street stock? It's amazing the amount of cars that you guys bring and are competitive in every single class.
I could never do that. It's all on that, and it's a crew chief and a driver that click, that they get along awesome, that make that happen.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And Ricky, you've still got the same crew chief that you had last year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, Tyson Gear. Yep.
And what about the Dr. Al Deloy? Is he still helping you out at the shop?
Yeah, he hangs out there quite a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, he's our Mr. Fix-It. He's our MacGyver. He can fix anything.
Oh my God! And then you also use him here at the racetrack.
Yep, he's out there right now. Yep.
Okay. And who else do you have on the prep crew here at the track?
Paul Sharp helps us. Ben Cook, Dave Bell. There's just numerous guys. I'm sorry, I'll miss somebody.
You know, I see Paul Sharp down there eating breakfast on Saturdays.
Yeah.
Same place I took you to, the same place, we go to on Saturdays. And, he's good help. The guy's always got a positive attitude.
Yeah.
And it's good to have help like that around.
He likes being around. He loves it. Yep.
He really does. Racing's his thing.
Yeah.
So the modified, you only ran that thing a couple of times last year.
4 maybe.
4, yeah.
Yeah, it was brand new last year. So yeah.
Wow. So it's still brand new.
Pretty much.
Now, are you going to run it more this year, Rick?
I
Have to wait and
probably
see,
not.
huh? All right. Now, we've also got IMCA late models, and they're going to be running for national and regional points.
Yep.
IMCA Modifieds and IMCA Sport Mods, they're all on the card for Thursday, too.
Yes.
Now, they'll run heat races and their features like normal.
Normal weekly procedure, and there'll be like state points and national points and all that fun stuff, but not track points.
Not track points, okay.
When does your track point season start?
April 22nd.
Friday, April 22nd.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at the payout for Thursday, and we got a pretty good payout for the late models, IMCA mods and sport mods. So the guys can pick up some good money. And my God, you guys pay more for tow money than you paid back when I was racing to get 10th.
Well, they'll get a good show in them late models too. I mean, they'll put one on as well, but the late model, they'll get to see that as well. That's always fun. We love going to traveling when we did it too, to go watch, just be part of the open late model show.
Now I see the pit passes are going to be $35. Adults in the grandstands are $20. Is that correct? That's Brenda's deal.
Yeah.
I'm reading it off your page. Ages 5 to 12, $5, and 4 and under are going to be free. So it's nice that you guys have a reasonable price. If you want to bring the whole family, I mean, you can get in cheap.
Yep, cheaper than babysitter. Bring them here.
That's right.
Bring
That's
them here to
right.
the racetrack.
Well, and it also perpetuates the sport, and that's one of the cool things about your facilities here is it is very family friendly. There's plenty of room for the kids to run. They don't feel like you got to keep an eye on them or you can't let them go run. They have plenty of place and play room. And bring them along. That also makes race fans. I know I started going to the races when I was a very, very little kid. Obviously, I haven't given it up yet. So,
yeah.
Now, Ricky, the other big shows we got going on this year, we've got another Mars show we're going to have this year.
Yep, July 26th is another Mars. We'll have it. I guess it'll be the first one.
Yeah, right. Hey, what about? And we're going to have the Lucas Oil Boys in town.
Yep, they'll be July 6th.
Okay.
very nice.
And then we had a real good show last year, that World Outlaw 3-day show. We're going to run that 3-day show again this season.
Yep. There'll be the World of Outlaw midgets will be running with the late models as well.
That'll be very exciting.
And the IMCA Modifieds.
And Rick, what year will this be for your promoting? Is this your 3rd season or 4th season? Something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting to have USAC or the World of Outlaw midgets as well too. It's a brand new class, Extreme Series. That's awesome.
Them things they'll be pulling wheelies and it'll be crazy.
Yeah.
July 16th, June 16th, we got that Summer Series race coming in too.
Oh, right. That'll be a good
Almost
time.
forgot about that.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many good races.
The sprint cars that we got coming in, we've tried those for every season you've been here, and they've got rained out every season. What is it, Pat? What's the deal?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just whatever date that they happen to fall on, and it seems like it always rains.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right. Well, Ricky, thanks for coming over. I know you're busy. We really appreciate you taking a little time out of your schedule and sitting down with the guys. And best of luck Thursday night. I'm really looking forward to it. And best of luck again this season.
I'm getting some calls on, well, gosh, it's going to be cold, whatever, and I'm just bundle up if we can race.
If we can race, we're racing.
You betcha.
I like that attitude. Well, thanks
Thank you.
again, Ricky.
You're doing a great job. Thanks for coming.
Pat?
Yes, sir.
Now, we got a modified sit behind us, and this year, here you are, a sprint car guy, been out at your shop.
Yep.
You got a couple of sprint cars out in the shop, and you went and bought a modified. What happened?
I went modified racing, Shane.
Yeah.
It's exciting. We're around it so much that it's nice to get to race at home and race in front of hometown crowds and have a lot of local help involved. And, I haven't been this excited about going racing for a very, very long time. Sprint cars are cool, don't get me wrong. I still have the sprint cars in the shop, but yeah, we went out and bought a Rage and got her all ready, and I can't wait to get out there and hit the track.
Yeah, and I heard that thing was up in Cosgrove last week. There's no better place to take a Rage car than up there to Precision.
Yeah, Andy Eckridge went through the whole car, and he spent a good long time with me, walking me through how to set the car up, the adjustments on the car, how to drive the car, what to look for. He's incredibly gracious, really good guy. Obviously, he knows his stuff, but also a genuinely really, really good guy. So I think that's what I was told when we got into this, is that's one of the key elements, is make sure that you get a good car and then get good people involved, and I've done both of those.
And we had, he was putting the Super Tune on Spencer Kurtz modified. Man, I'm going to tell you what, 2 seasons ago, that guy was unbeatable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, I've known Spencer his whole life. And he was one of the ones that I called and said, hey, listen, I'm thinking about doing this. Originally, I was actually looking at getting a late model. And Spencer was one of the ones, and I heard this from multiple people. They said, you know what? Actually, the modified's more fun. They said, get a modified, take it to Andy. And he said it's actually a lot more fun to run. And on his advice, as well as a couple other people, that's exactly what I did.
Now, Pat, there's a big difference between tuning up one of those sprint cars and tuning up this modified. You don't have that monster tire on the right rear. Now, tell me about the Rage car. It's a 4-bar car?
It's a 4-bar car with it's got a 4-bar linkage in the rear.
All right.
And there's a lot of nuances to it, and almost an infinite number of adjustments, and then a J-bar underneath, as well as shocks and springs. And that was one of the many things that Andy helped us with, was setting the car up and then getting it scaled, and then also prepping for adjustments for what we're going to see come race season.
And all through the years, Pat, you always run the number 2X. We got the 2X
sir.
on this modified. Now, I'm a fan of big numbers, and man, is that a big number on that car.
I went big, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm telling you what, that's the way I would have done it. It
Yeah.
looks absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, Dave Anderson at Rockstar Graphics down in West Burlington, Iowa, is a true artist. I sent him the drawings. I was waiting on somebody else, and they weren't coming through, and I said, you know what? I asked Dave if he had time to get it done, and about 2 hours later, he had the first proof, and he did not do me bad. He did us justice with the giant number 2. So
yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Now, tell me a little bit about this Rage. How'd you come across the car? Was it a local car? And give me a little history.
It was it's a 2019 Rage that was updated this time last year up at Eckridge's. It was a Shellman family from Mount Pleasant. They wanted to make one big push, and so they were going to get a new car and had this a complete roller for sale. That was what I wanted to get. I wanted to get in as a complete roller to where I didn't have a transmission that didn't hook up to a bell housing or something odd like that. I wanted a complete turnkey car. They made me a great offer, and so I bought the car complete. Took it home. I've been working on it ever since then, and then we finally got it finished up here at Andy's and got the wrap on actually just this afternoon with the wrap on it. So.
And one thing I appreciate, Pat, is you waiting until our show's over to take that thing out on the racetrack and get it all dirty.
Yeah, you know what? And honestly, I was running a little bit behind. I wanted to get out there and run, but I also wanted to have the car on the show, and we wanted to be on the show. So I'm not, even though I've never run the car, and I know I'm going to have a pretty steep learning curve. I'll get out when the show's over, but I wanted to be here, being as how I'm in town. I wanted to be here and spend some time with you and interview a couple of guys. We got a great group of people here. Unbelievable the amount of cars for a practice night.
5:30 to 9:30. We're here. 5:30 to 9:30. The show gets over at 8 o'clock. You will jump in, and we will get some hot laps in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Looks like we got Levi Heath. Okay.
Fantastic. Levi, come on over.
We got a seat for you.
Come on over. Patrick Cole. Shane Davis, just scoot
Hey,
on up to the
Levi,
mic.
tell us a little bit about the car this season. Same car as last year, new car, and
It's the same car as last year. We just changed a little bit of things on it. All new parts, front to rear. We put all new shocks on the car for this year. All new body and wrap. So
Fantastic. I tell you what, it looks awesome.
it turned
looks
out really
awesome.
good. We were really happy with it. Cat Graphics did the design and stuff on it. She did a really good job with it. So.
Very nice.
now, Levi, you're going to run Davenport Friday nights. You're on Liberty Saturday, or what's your schedule?
We're kind of up in the air on where we're going to run. We've talked about Davenport. We live 20 minutes from Makokata, so Makokata's on the schedule. West Liberty's home track. That's where everything started, so we'll run West Liberty.
Are you excited to get back on the big half mile at West
Yeah.
Liberty that
Yep.
they're opening up again?
Yep, we won our first heat race over there in the Sport Mod, first year in the Sport Mod.
Fantastic.
So it'll be good to get back over there to home track.
Yeah, fantastic.
Now, Levi, you've won features, and I believe I was over there at Liberty one night. Did you roll the car?
I rolled in Beatrice, Nebraska.
That's where it was at.
We were
Okay,
in the
all right.
four-cylinder class.
All right.
We drove out to Beatrice, first night of the year, opening night, won the heat race, and first corner, first lap, we were done.
Oh.
And when that thing goes over, you're just along with for
You're
the
just
ride.
along for the ride.
Just hang
you don't
on.
know what's going to happen. Hang on and pray for the best.
Now you don't do like Danica Patrick and let go of the wheel. You
No,
hang on to
just-
that wheel.
You just let it go.
All right,
You
man.
don't know what's going to happen.
I'll tell you, that is crazy.
Wow.
I've
First
only had a
night out.
rollover one time. I took out the front stretch wall at East Moline Speedway. As I was rolling down the wall, it was wrapping the chain link fence around the car,
I remember hearing
and
about
they
that.
canceled the races.
'Cause you took
And I
the
couldn't get
fence.
out of the car. They had to cut all the fence off of it. So that's crazy. So tonight, is it the first night you've had the car out in
we
22?
We ran Tipton yesterday for the spring
Oh,
swing.
okay.
Nice.
All right.
We took the car over there to try and see what the new changes and stuff we're going to do, but Timmy and Ryan gave it their all to give us a good surface, and I
All
know
right.
we all appreciate having somewhere to race on Sunday.
Without a
Well,
doubt,
it's about time.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, it just wasn't the track conditions to try and learn anything new. So
No.
now we're here. Try again.
You know, the one thing about it is, Levi, normally Tipton is a perfect track.
Perfect. Yeah.
99 out of 100 nights, perfect track. And it went slick on you.
Yep.
And you either had to run up on the high side or run right down there on the
We
bottom.
ran as close to the tires as we could get. There was a
Yeah.
little bit of a smooth line down there. You could just keep the left side in it. Wasn't about venturing anywhere else.
You know what?
Go ahead, Pat.
I give the promoters props though, because a lot of guys with it being cold and kind of I know it's super cold on Friday, and I was surprised that they ran on Saturday, and
Yeah.
then Sunday it turned out to be beautiful. I give the promoters props for going ahead and running the races like that, because it's always kind of iffy. It sounded like they had a great car turnout too.
Yeah, we had pretty decent field of cars all throughout. It wasn't your normal dark side car count, but for what the weather was, everybody was kind of skeptical on what to do. But Timmy and Ryan, they gave it their all and they made it work. So.
They made it work. Tell you, a lot of guys would have pulled the plug, and it was supposed to be a 2-day show, and all of a sudden, you're racing Sunday. And so, given the circumstances, given this time of the year, they put on a pretty good show.
That's spring racing for you. You
It
don't know what
is,
you're
really.
gonna get.
Exactly.
All right.
Yeah.
So up there at Liberty, I'll be doing the announcing duties up at Liberty this year, and I did it for Wagner when he was promoting.
Yep.
Now we got it's going to be Bud Kyle doing the
Bud
promoting
Kyle
up
and
there,
Larry Richardson.
and we're going to open up this Saturday night
Yep.
coming up. So
That's the
are you
plan.
going to try to venture up that way, Levi?
Yeah,
or-
we've got family Easter Saturday, but
Okay.
trying to make arrangements to get out of there a little early so we can get to the racetrack. We know how that goes.
You know, we got to do the same thing.
That's right.
I got, you know, my wife says, okay, what nights you announcing this week, Shane? And I said, well, we'll have Easter. You just pick the night. We'll make it work during the week. And
Easter
then,
Monday.
Come the weekend.
Can't be Monday.
Can't be Monday. We got a show.
Turkey right here. Yeah.
So I just said, hey, we'll make it work.
Right.
But I'm really looking forward to this season getting underway. A lot of changes here. Out on the half mile, they put up that chain link fence and that black and white fabric in it. It looks great.
Yeah.
You know, the end of the season. The guys have just done a wonderful job here at Davenport
they've done
Speedway.
a wonderful job here. They've turned it around from what it was to what it is.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think that's one of the cool things about it is it's become the place to race.
Yeah.
On Friday nights especially. I mean,
You can't go to any track on a Friday night and have to run with 45 to 60 cars. You know, sport mods are huge out here. You show up, you're guaranteed to run a B main. If you don't, you know, top 2 in the heat race, you don't make it, you're going to a B main. And it's modifieds are the same way out here. And just they get a wonderful car count week in and week out.
You know, I was talking to Tony Izzo a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking about how the days of 100 cars at a weekly racetrack are slipping away. And I said, my gosh, at Davenport, 2 years ago, opening night, we had 165 cars. Night number 2, we had 185. But we always average north of 100. And like you said, hey, if you're going to run sport mod down here at Davenport, you better have your A game.
You better have your A game on and be prepared because you're going to have your work cut out for you. You know, you race with your top 5, top 10 cars or weekly feature winners. Every different tracks every week.
Yep.
All right.
There's always a good show to be had.
Well, Levi, we're going to pump a couple other people through this game. I want to tell you, God bless you, good luck, put on a show for us this season, and I hope to see you Thursday night here in Davenport.
That's the plan. We'll be here Thursday night.
And Saturday at West Liberty.
Yep.
All right.
Fantastic. All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Patrick Moore. Justin Schroeder.
Hey, Justin, Pat has always run sprint cars, and he got an open wheel modified this year. Can you give him some tips?
A lot of tips.
Whole bunch of tips.
I'm wide open.
Driving lessons.
Yeah, wide open.
Man, I'll tell you what. Boy, that 71J. Now, you're running a crate motor in your car.
Yep.
And with a crate motor, hammer down, keep it on the bar?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I think you lift more than other people say, but if it's tacky up on the cushion, yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, what kind of car you got this year?
I got a Shaw car, a
Okay.
2021.
Nice.
Now, is that the same car you had last season?
No, I had a B&B car the last 3 or 4 years, and then I got this from West England.
Now you've had it out on the track. What do you think?
I like it. We've gone out a couple times and tuned on it. The last time we went out, we got it pretty good. So
Looked like you had a lot of forward drive in it when I seen it out there, you know, on the racetrack. So forward drive's good, side bike feels good.
Yeah, we had to move the rear end a little bit. It was a little tight earlier, but we got it going pretty good now, I think.
Very cool. Yeah, so where are you planning on running on a regular basis, Justin?
We'll probably run here a lot on Fridays this year. I'd gone to Columbus Junction a lot over years, so that's probably my favorite track to race, but this is a lot closer, and with the price of gas and stuff, that's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
All right.
So many good places to race around here.
Yeah.
Within a 30-mile radius of the Quad Cities, that's awesome. 50-mile radius.
Yeah, we live in a good spot for that,
Without
other than
a
the
doubt.
6 months of bad weather. but
Yeah. You know, I went down south, and I announced some races down in the Talladega, Alabama area, and they had some 10,000 win mod shows. And you know, I had people I was talking to from California and out in that part of the country, and they said you literally got to drive an hour and a half, 2 hours to get to one track.
Yeah.
And I thought, my God, we're spoiled here.
Yeah, we got, I don't know, two handfuls within 2 hours probably.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and have your choice of places to race. Columbus Junction is one I think that often gets overlooked on Saturday night because, there's Maquoketa and Burlington both that run on Saturday. Columbus Junction does run Saturday,
Fridays.
right? Fridays, that's right. They run Friday nights, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yep.
Yeah, very cool.
So, man, good luck Thursday night. Hope to see you here at Davenport Speedway.
Yep.
They open up Saturday night up West Liberty. I don't know if you like
Yeah,
you'll have mine up there at Liberty.
We'll probably
but,
be at Liberty. They got a really good payout this
they
year.
do,
so
my gosh.
They do.
I
Yes, they
feel
do.
like you got to support that.
You have to.
Yeah.
If you want them to go back to weekly racing,
Without a doubt.
and they're doing that this year, you got to support the track.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Bud Kyle and Larry Richardson, they do a good job, and they got
do.
a good reputation. And I always loved West Liberty watching when I was a kid. It was
Oh,
like
my
my favorite
gosh.
track to watch. So
Do you have any idea how many times people have said that? That was one of the things that I'm like, wow, this place is really beloved. you
So
know?
historic.
It was fun. So Shane and I got to announce there. I got to help Shane. Shane's our normal announcer there. I got to help him last year, and we heard that a lot in the last couple of years of how much people really love West Liberty. So that's cool. I'm really excited about it being open again.
Yeah, and I'm
I
hoping to get
kinda-
a fresh coat of paint on that thing and just kind of clean up some of the patina. And, man, they're going to have first-class operation again.
Without a
yeah,
doubt.
I kind of like watching the late models myself, but
Yeah.
even when I was a kid, they ran open modifieds there every week, and you couldn't beat it.
Now,
Yeah, very
speaking
cool.
of that, do you have any dreams or desires of winding up in a late model?
I'd like to, but it's awful expensive, and,
Sure.
and I feel like you got to have quite a bit of help to really keep it going good.
do.
So I mean,
You do.
I'm kind of happy where I'm at. We got this new car, so hopefully we can run pretty good and
Make it happen.
Very cool.
get up there
All
this
right.
year.
Very cool. Well,
Listen,
best of luck to you this
Yeah,
year.
Thanks.
Thanks
You
for
too.
stopping by. Pat and I wish you good luck Thursday, good luck Saturday night, and looking forward to a great season out of that racing machine
All right.
you got over there.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
Nice meeting
God bless you.
Yeah.
So while we have a break in
Josh,
in,
there we go.
in guests,
There's
guys, please also don't forget to like and share. It helps the channel. Check out Done Right TV, but also please like and share. It helps us more than you know. Okay.
And Josh, all you got to do is get in the mic a little bit when you're talking. We got some race
Clean up a
cars we
little
got to
bit.
talk over.
Don't be shy.
Hey, what's your brother doing these days?
Chris is the general manager of Smart Toyota here in Davenport.
Oh,
Very
he
nice.
is.
yeah,
My
so he's
God,
been there
how do
for
you
about,
like
I think, 6 or 7 years now.
Now-
Fantastic.
it? Does he have any plans ever coming back to racing, or did he get his fill when he was behind the wheel?
Well, it's funny you ask because, we did it as a family for 10 years.
Yeah.
And had some success, had a lot of fun. And, when Dad passed away 4 years ago, we had always talked about it leading up to that.
Right.
And just never did it, never pulled the trigger. And
Okay.
so I would say the urge is there.
Yeah.
And he'd like to do it. But
Yeah.
then it kind of comes down to his pocketbook.
Yeah.
And Chris, and anybody that
Oh,
knows Chris
boy.
knows he's a little tight. If he's watching this,
Tight
he's
with
probably
a
going to
bow.
kill me, but
We're
I'll
gonna
say
hear about
it.
this tomorrow.
Calling a spade
So
a spade
no,
right
he's
there.
he's actually in Vegas right now. We told him we were coming tonight, and he wanted me to take some video. So I got Bridget doing that, my wife, and then we're
Good.
going to send that out so he can see it and
Fantastic.
stuff like that.
That's
So
Tell us a little bit about the 38 car this year. What kind of chassis is it? Are you running the crate motor?
yeah, so we bought Matt Stein's old car,
Oh,
the
wow.
one that
Fantastic.
Matt Stein and Larry Plett owned. So it's a 2014 Rage.
Yep.
We did go to a crate motor this year,
All right.
so we're really excited.
Now, the crate motor, yeah. One thing I like about the crate motors is, my God, I talk to the Morris family, and, they run those things all season long. When they get tired of them, they just, sell them used and buy a new crate. It's not like the old days when we were all running open motors, and, your engine bill might be $30,000 a year, at the end of the season. You got a fixed cost for that crate, and that will help keep more people in cars.
Yeah, absolutely. And I noticed a big difference out on the racetrack too with the open motors. It seems like there's a lot more torque, so you go out there and you hit the gas pedal, and it seems like you're backpedaling a lot more.
All right.
With the crate motors, you can go out there and really get on them, and they wind up really fast. They're really snappy, and
Wow.
and they're really durable. I mean, you talk to some guys got 100 nights on them. I
Yeah.
talked to a guy that said he's got 80 nights on his.
Crazy.
And then I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard last year there was a guy that had almost 200 nights on his
I mean,
before the
it-
rebuild.
that's
So,
unreal.
I think if you
That's
take
unreal.
care of them and you maintenance them on a regular basis, they last a long time, which to your point does keep the cost down and make it a lot more economical, because we all know the cost of the sport isn't coming down.
Now, Pat used to run sprint cars. He bought a modified this year. He's got a rage.
Yep.
He needs you to kind of hook him up with some tires.
That's right. Yeah.
well,
tires are hard to come by right now.
They are hard to come by right
Yeah.
now. I know. Rusty, who owns the car, Rusty Dahlfeld. He had to scramble the other day to get some new ones that we got in the shop. So you're not alone. So no, it's great to be back in the driver's seat after being out for so long.
Sure.
I know last year we ran out here a few times and we had an older car and things were a struggle. But man, it feels good to be back out here. I feel like we got a good piece that we can compete with this year, and I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for Rusty and Joe Dahlfeld. I mean, Rusty is more than capable of driving this car. He owns it. He came to me a couple years ago when we were in West Liberty helping him out and asked if I'd be interested in getting behind the wheel, and I did, and I couldn't be more thankful. So, for me, it's if I can go out and do what we got to do to compete and put a smile on their face, that's what's worth it for me. It's not about this guy right here in the driver's seat. It's about them, and if I can go out and put a smile on their face and make them proud, that makes my day. So
now, tell me a little bit about
cool.
the fuel. Are you running methanol, or are you running racing fuel, or what do you got in that thing?
Yeah, we're running methanol.
Okay.
So
what's that sell for a gallon now?
I want to say it's what do they pay? It's just over 4, I think.
Which that's the cheap way to go.
It seems like the cheap way to go because I hear the regular racing fuel is around $13 a gallon, but in essence you burn twice as much. So I think it actually kind of levels out, or it's a little closer than what people think.
So back in the Stone Age, I used to go through about 15 gallons of methanol a night. How much do you guys use these days?
Well, this is going to be our first year running it, so I don't know exactly what we'll go through yet. We'll know after the first night here.
See, and that was a good question. Did you see my ears perk?
Yeah, we'll know
how much.
First night,
how much do I need to know? He brought 10 along.
Finally got his house paid off. And he had to mortgage it to buy tires and methanol.
I'm like, there we go. I'm gonna have to bring more fuel jugs along.
Oh my God! Well, that thing looks awesome.
It looks amazing.
It looked great on the racetrack. Are there any changes you got to make to it right now? Is it a little too tight, or?
No, it feels pretty good. I feel a little free off, so we're gonna try changing that. They made some tire adjustments, and then we took a spacer out. We're gonna see if we can go out and get her to stick a little more on exit. But aside of that, it feels great. I mean, it's nice to have a 4-bar back underneath myself, and kind of get the hang of things doing that again.
Yeah.
So
any major sponsors that you wanna make sure that you thank?
Man, all of them. We've got. And I was going to look over there, make sure I don't forget
You better
anybody.
look over there.
I know it's a test trial.
Yeah,
on night one,
right? Needham Excavating, who Joe Needham, Nick, Dan, Kurt, all them guys, they were with me back when I ran before with the family team.
I remember that name.
CJ Trucking, Jay Hawthorne, Sempico and Walcott, Source Construction in Davenport, JKR Logistics, Bing Word Investments. Who am I missing? Spartan Exterior Cleaning just came on board with us this year.
Nice.
And then my son-in-law, Clint, owns CSR Truck and Tractor Repair.
Wow.
So we're waiting on the vinyl for his sticker to go on, but he's going to be on there. So I know I'm probably forgetting somebody, but no, I think that's most of them. But that's who we got. I mean, you can't do it without sponsors.
Exactly.
I mean, a lot of people do it out of their pocket, and you can, but I mean, you need help. And you got people out there willing to help. I know a lot of people don't want to go talk to some people, but it's worth it. Take care of them, they take care of you, and
that's right.
And it's what makes the sport goes around, get some little advertisement. So,
hey, you got any advice?
To talk about them, so.
You got any advice to give Pat, my old buddy here?
Yeah, I'm all ears.
Hey,
I'm all ears.
Strap in and hold on, man.
All right,
it's a ride. It's a ride. You'll enjoy it.
I can't wait.
Have you done it before? Or is this it?
I've never run a stock car before.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you this. Once it's in your blood, you can't get it out. So you'll officially be addicted as soon as you strap in that thing.
Nice. Well, you know what? I already am. I got it. Obviously, it's I know what you're talking about, and being around it for the last few years, helping Shane, I'm like, you know what? This is fun, and I tell you, I haven't been this excited about racing in decades. I'm really looking forward to it.
Racing's one of them sports that truly brings friends and family together.
Yeah.
It does.
I mean, it's one of them where you don't even have to be a driver. I mean, you can literally be somebody that, pays for a pit pass to come down and stand along that wall and watch, or sit up in the grandstands. It brings friends and family together, and that's what we have here.
No doubt about it.
And it's awesome.
And you have got that smile back on your face.
I do.
Since you got back behind the wheel.
I do.
It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. And we struggled last year, and as a team, we kind of evaluated things at the end of the year, and Rusty's like, hey, I'm going to make an investment, and you know, I'm thankful he did, and just thankful for the opportunity to have my name above the door and be in the driver's seat. You know, can't be more thankful for that. So, like I said, I just want to go out and do my job and see what we can do to make this thing compete and show these guys that we can run with them.
Now, Thursday night, are you going to be here Thursday night at Davenport?
I don't think we're going to be here. I don't think the car's going to be
guest
here.
Coming in here on
yeah, that's my grandson.
Is it really?
That's my little grandson.
Well, get him up here.
He's ready to jump into the seat. He's like, all right, you've talked enough. Yep. You've talked enough. It's time to move out.
It's his turn. He's taking the show. Right. Oh, he don't want no part of that.
Okay, well, hey.
Camera shot.
But yeah, I don't necessarily know we'll have the car here, but I know we're planning on coming up and watching. So.
What about Saturday night at West Liberty?
Yes, the plan is to be there.
All right.
Fantastic.
So
like a good show.
Yep, the plan is to be there, and that's where we'll hopefully get things started. And like I said, we're hoping to get this thing dialed in enough tonight that we can go out the first night and compete with these guys. So.
All right.
Well, wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you.
All right, Josh. Thanks for coming on, buddy. We'll be cheering for you Saturday night, man. Make it happen over there.
Thank you, guys.
And I love that little grandson. I've got 2 grandkids, and you know, they make life worth living.
They do.
You know, you can have a cruddy day, and you come home, and that kid looks up at you and smiles, and it's like, hey, the world is good.
Absolutely. I got a granddaughter too. She's actually older than what he is, but she is. I don't know. She must be with grandma tonight. I don't know where she's at, but she's not here.
And that's one of the cool parts about this too. Now that the kids can be down in the pits in a very family-friendly atmosphere. So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We get to do what we do and also still be around the family and not be away from it. So that's awesome.
Yep, for sure. Thank you guys for what you do and putting this on, and
thank you.
Thanks to the guys for giving us an opportunity to come out and shake these things down tonight.
Yeah, man. Hey, good luck.
So thank you.
Looking forward to watching you Saturday night.
Absolutely. Thanks.
All right, brother.
I tell you what, Shane, it sounds like it's going to be a whale of a show Saturday. I don't think we've talked to anybody yet that hasn't said, "Oh, I'm going to be there Saturday." It's going to be a stellar field.
You know,
I'm already going to put it out there.
West Liberty's one of those tracks that's, you know, got a historic. It's a historic racetrack, and back in the day, they were a NASCAR track, and back in the day, NASCAR gave you all the red and white paint you wanted. R.J. Reynolds would pay for all that, and so it had that beautiful red and white wall. If you look at any of the pictures from the 80s and 90s, well, you know what? Time and weather wears that paint off. So they've got good people on the fair board up there. Mark Kloop is one of them. He's a former late model driver, and I know they're going to get that thing pointed in the right direction. Yeah. So Wagner promoted it the last couple of years. They were hit and miss, on races. I think we probably did 5 or 6 shows there last year. But when I'd ask the people, and you were there with me, Pat, hey, how many of you people would like to see this go weekly? They would go nuts. So, I'm really looking forward to having that track back on the weekly schedule. The Kyles, they've got about 9 or 10 shows scheduled for this season, and we're going to make it happen. Hopefully Saturday night I'll be up there. And Pat, I don't know what your plans are for Saturday night, but
I may be tied up Saturday. If I'm available, I'll be there.
All right,
I have something in the books, but we'll see.
Is that a date?
It's helping somebody special to me, and they're going to be recovering from surgery. So,
all right. Well, hey, good for you, man.
Yeah, that's family takes priority.
Absolutely.
So, and I think it's pretty important if I'm going to miss racing for it. So.
Yeah. Hey, tell me a little bit about Griff, man. You got your son. There's nothing better. I mean, you and I went through it, with our pops when they were here before they passed, and we had the time to had the opportunity to work with our fathers. They're gone now, but it's something special when you can bring your son up in racing.
Oh yeah, and it's so. There aren't very many sports that the entire family can participate in. Right. Normally, and I love baseball, don't get me wrong, I coach Griff's baseball team as well, but if I'm not coaching and I'm pretty much the only one that does participate, everybody else is just a spectator. And that's one of the beauties to racing, is that the entire family can be part of the team and participate in the team. They can scrape mud and change setups and work on sponsors and clean helmets, and everybody can be part of that team rather than just spectating. So it really is a family sport, and especially in the pit area. It used to be, when we were growing up, the moms and the kids were on that side of the track. It's even cooler nowadays that everybody gets to be down here in the pits, and so as drivers and dads and the crew, we're not isolated from the family the whole night, and we're able to still be around the family and have everybody here and get that enthusiasm and help perpetuate the sport that we love.
Yeah. Well, it looks like when I look out on the racetrack right now, they're putting a little water down on that thing. A lot of laps on that. They've had late models, street stock, modified, sport mod, all of them out there, 4-cylinder cars. And Ricky Kai out there working a little bit of his magic, getting the track tuned back up, give him a little more bite, and
yeah, we
will be back to green flag action pretty soon. You got some questions?
Yeah, we have a couple of questions.
Good.
Hey, Scotty Harris Relk watching. In case you guys are wondering, I actually slammed my finger in the door, and so I'm trying to get it to stop bleeding. In case somebody's wondering what I'm clutching to,
Yeah.
I'm not nervous. I'm trying to get my finger to stop bleeding. But, hey, how about that?
All right. Here we go.
Good. Hey, shout out to Scotty Harris Relk watching. Thank you, Scotty, for the props. Scotty Harris Relk is a huge supporter of an awful lot of teams here at the racetrack, and I know he was killing him not being here. Welcome to the show. Hey,
Thank you, Frank Waters.
nice to meet you, Frank.
Shane, how are you?
Frank, what's going on, man?
Oh, just trying to test and tune, see if we can find some edges, push a little harder. And
You getting anything figured out here?
found out where the edge was here a minute ago.
Hey, who do you have with you here,
Got
Frank?
my oldest with me, Peyton,
And she is how old?
12.
12, all right. 6th grade.
Absolutely.
Okay. I used to coach 5th and 6th grade basketball, so
Boy,
I
you're
always
a
knew that
saint.
11 and 12. Boy,
You're a
that was boys and girls. Man, that was a good time. So she's got to be a big fan of Dad's.
Yeah, I think all three of them are. That's kind of what keeps me going with it,
Yeah. All right.
honestly.
The track out there right now it looked like it had some bite in it, and then it started to slick off a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, it's kind of hit and miss. I mean, there's a couple little ruts here and there. It's crummy in spots. There's some winter dirt left out there. It's good. Actually, it's good to be here tonight because it's going to blow it off a lot for, I hate to say the R word, but, as long as we don't get any of Mother Nature's,
Right.
blessing here, it'll be good to blow it off and be a good start for the season.
Now, where do you plan on running this year, Frank?
Mostly here again. I did test and tune in East Moline yesterday, and
Okay.
honestly, this new car felt a lot better than the old one did over there.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes. I may make a few trips over there this year.
What is the new car? Can you tell us about it?
It's a 21 Sniper Outlaw Street Stock, built by Vondreski. My old car was one of the original old OG Snipers, if you will. It's an old lead sled, it's a heavy car. Young man by the name of Landon Christensen bought it, and
Wow.
it'd be a good car for him to start in.
Yeah, you know what? It's safe.
Yeah.
It is.
Real
It
safe.
is. And that class has kind of been a staple. I mean,
Yeah.
it's been around here
Right,
forever.
that's right.
There's been some chat of everybody. There's the rumor mill's always flying. Oh,
Right.
the outlaw cars are going to go away. It's going to go all IMCA, and I'd hate to see this class go away.
No.
There's a lot of talent in it. There's a lot of guys that have been racing for a long time, but yet there's guys that. I'm almost 40 years old, and I've been around this forever. I started off helping Tony Vondreski, oh my God, early 2000s, kind of wandered into the track here, and he didn't have any help on a Saturday night the next night, so he's like, you want to go along? I don't know if that was a good choice or not, but there we are. But no, there's a lot of talent, a lot of veterans, but yet there's some younger guys, and everything in between. It's a good class.
Frank, you can get your son up on
This
your
is
lap.
one of them too.
Yeah.
Got all
They
three
get
of
the
them.
show, have the girls come around here, and
You guys can come around here. You want to be
They get the show,
come around
too?
here and be on the show? Nice.
we
just
were
talking about
a
family.
little while ago, and we said racing is one of the sports where you can get the whole family involved.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you can. It's definitely a good. You can't find a better pastime. It's whether you're in the stands, which I'd really love to see more people in the stands.
Yeah.
I think what Kelly's doing here is fantastic. It draws more attention to our sport. Everybody.
It does.
It draws a lot of attention to our sport, and I think through through the COVID deal and that, it was definitely a great bridge.
Yes.
But I think it's time for people to get out in the stands,
That's right.
and get out here in the pits and enjoy some dirt in your beer or your hot dog or whatever. But it's definitely, whether you're a couple or you got a gaggle of kids or whatever you got, it's definitely, you can't beat it.
Can't beat
It's
it.
hard to
man.
walk away from.
That's
That's
right,
right.
And I think, and on that topic, I think that's good with the ability to watch it at home. Brings a lot new people in, and I think as we're coming out of COVID, hopefully we'll see a lot more people, a lot more butts in seats, and people are like, you know what? Hey, it's Friday night. I can hear the cars running. Let's go watch them.
Sure.
Let's go see them in person.
Well, and there's listen, it's one thing to be sitting in your easy chair in your PJs, watching cars go around on the TV, and hopefully you got some good announcers and that. But there's just nothing like being at the track. And I don't care whether you're spectating or if you're a crew member or you're driving. There's just nothing like it. The sight, the smell, just the atmosphere. It's unbeatable.
Yeah. Now Frank Pat has always run sprint cars, and he bought an open wheel modified this year.
All right.
You got any advice for him climbing behind the wheel of one of these things?
I'm all ears.
A modified? You want me to give him advice on a modified?
Hey, it's a stock car, man.
It's help.
I'll tell you what. I've always jokingly said this. I'm bar car stupid.
Yeah.
I didn't. I haven't spent a lot of time around bar cars. I don't really have a lot of advice. I don't want to give you any bad advice. You want to get in a metric stock car? Sure, I can help you out. But
You're being
bar
honest.
car? No, I'm not your guy. I hate to tell you.
Oh, man. And Frank, I'm guessing this is your wife over here.
Sure.
She's been following you around. All right. She can get over here in the picture, too. So tell us about the sponsors you have on your race car.
Well, this year's a lot different. I didn't ask any one of them for any money this year. It's a little bit of a different scenario right now. A lot of small businesses are struggling financially.
Right.
And I just couldn't really bring it to myself to ask anybody for money. I really just want to kind of showcase some of the sponsors that have been along with me and help me get going.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, honestly, on this year's car really go along with the wrap scheme that's on my car. It's a military-based scheme with all the branches of the military. So you got really the only ones that are on there that don't really fit that bill, I guess, would be Kelly. But I got to support the hell out of that guy. I mean,
Yeah, you know what?
So, but no, you got Farrow's Lead Farm out in Long Grove. They manufacture firearms and
That's
ammunition. Boy, you're gonna make me think, aren't you? I got my business. I got Meineke on there. Oh my gosh, I got Liberty Bail Bonds. I mean, American flag. I mean, it's kind of hard not to put that.
That's right. You gotta put it on.
Stephen Kammer really knocked it out of the park. It was kind of her vision to start with on the wrap. She kind of drew some stuff, and then he just kind of took it and ran with it. I really like the way the car turned out this year.
It looks beautiful.
Thank you.
And now, Frank, were you in the military?
I was not.
You were not?
No, I was not. Some family and a lot of friends, though.
I ask you that. My grandfather was in World War I.
Okay.
My uncle was in the Korean conflict, but throughout our family, I was exception. I graduated high school in 1977, and Vietnam had come to an end.
Sure.
And I was kind of in that gap where you had to register.
Right.
But we didn't have war going on, thank God.
Right.
But, I love the military. I love what they stand for in this country.
Well, let's face it. I mean, without all of our branches of military, we wouldn't have the freedoms to sit here and do exactly what we're doing right now, or what we can do out there, or anything else in life. Sometimes, maybe we step to the side a little bit on where we're at and our views in the country, but overall, I mean, it is the greatest damn country on the planet. I don't care what anybody else has to say about it.
All right.
You know what? That's very cool of you to give back to your sponsors instead of just standing there with your hand out. I'm impressed, and props to you for giving back to the businesses, because that's one of the things that helps really differentiate some of the small businesses is the people out there that see their name on the side of your car when given the choice between somebody that supports racing and somebody that doesn't. Hopefully they'll continue to do that and support people, even though there isn't anything necessarily in it for you. So props
Sure.
to you.
Well, and to be honest with you, looking at most of the sponsors on my car this year, most of the owners of those businesses really don't have any exposure to racing, especially local short track dirt racing. So it can really help bring some new faces into the seats. I mean, that's kind of the goal with the whole mess.
That's good.
Yeah. And so everybody out there watching, please like and support not only our channel, but also sponsors that you see on the race cars. It really, really does go a long way. It helps all of what we do. It helps local business. We keep some money here in our area. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Shout out to it. And also, while we're on topic, guys, please like and share. We have live chat going. If you have any questions, please feel free to like it as well as chat. And we got some chats going here. And we'll read them as they come in. Shout out to CJ and Shirley that are watching.
CJ and Shirley.
Watching.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Frank, thanks a million. Good luck this season.
Sally, thank you, guys.
All right, man.
Appreciate it, gentlemen.
All right.
Enjoy your night.
We're going to do that. So, you know, we say that, Pat, and I mean, it's almost like we paid somebody to do this, but up walks these drivers with their family, and now Frank's got 3 kids and his wife. It really is a family affair.
You'd think that we staged that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but that is proof in the pudding that what we're talking about, and it's, I think it's really, really cool nowadays that the pit area and the people out there that have never been to a race, it really is a very family-friendly environment. It's not just a bunch of dudes hanging out in the pit area. It is, but it's very, very family-friendly.
It is.
That's one of the reasons the hauler that I got is very centered that way, so that we can have family along and come and get out of the elements a little bit and stay comfortable and really make it a pleasurable evening.
Yeah. We know we made a big step this year. Here you and I, we like to run those slot cars, and we talk about it, and somebody out there probably says, man, that's for kids. We've done it for years. It's a lot of former racers. And now, man, you're getting ready to strap in one of these new things. And we got another guest coming up here who's going to have a seat.
Yeah, have a seat. Patrick Moore.
Nice to meet you, Jonathon Brauns.
All right. Nice to meet you, Jonathan. Welcome to the show. Come on, scoot on up there. Jonathan, you know Shane Davis?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, so what do we got scheduled for this year? Where are you going to run, and how's the car running tonight?
Car's running pretty good tonight. We're just testing out a few things. I think mainly all we're going to run is some SLMR stuff and West Liberty a couple times. And
all right.
Maybe Davenport, hit and miss.
We're going to be over at Liberty Saturday night. Are you planning on the season opener run up there? Or?
Nope, I probably won't be there Saturday, but hopefully the next race I'll be there.
Now, the car looked great out there. Is there anything you got to change on that thing?
Oh, yeah, there's always tweaking to do. they're never perfect.
Yeah.
You can win a race and you're still looking for a couple tenths.
Yeah, that's right. Now, Pat,
any tips? Any tips? I thought, I thought for sure you were going to give up some secrets there. All of a sudden, my ears perked up there. So
right.
Like, oh yeah. What do I need to change?
I don't know if I have any secrets.
Pat had run sprint cars all of his life, and he traveled around with me announcing last year, and he decided he wanted to run an open wheel because there was a lot more places you could run in versus a sprint car.
Okay.
Right. Do you have any tips you can give Pat?
I don't know. You got a couple screws loose to run a sprint car.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
Those things are nuts. I stay away from the fence when they're in town.
So tell me a little bit about
That's
the car.
awesome.
Is that the same car you ran last year?
Yep, I've had it. It's actually a 2018, and I bought it in 19 and started running it in 2019. So it's getting some age on her, but I'm gonna run her in the ground until she can't go anymore.
Yeah. And what kind of car is that?
It's a Rocket XR1.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Man, you got the right car.
Yeah, they're pretty good cars. I mean, they're pretty consistent and change or act well when you change stuff on them. So
Sure.
I like them.
So tell me, where did your number come from?
My dad actually used to race, and he was 22B. So
Yeah,
when I
right.
started go-karts, I just picked up on that and just ran with it.
And tell the people out there in TV land, your dad's name was?
John Brauns.
Yeah.
So he's kind
All
of
right.
John Brauns Sr., and I'm Jonathon Brauns.
And Jonathan, he ran a lot up there at Liberty.
Yeah, he ran there weekly pretty much, 93 through like 97.
Okay. And then, now yourself, do you have a family? Are you single? What's going on in the home front?
No, I got a girlfriend. Her dad is actually Terry Renfro. He works for us
Oh,
now.
wow. Okay.
He used to run up here every Friday night. So.
That's right. And so that's great. So West Liberty coming back this year, I'm real excited about that. I had worked for Bob Wagner when he was hit and miss up there at Liberty, and just to see Bud Kyle go back in up there and take a chance and bring back weekly racing. Whenever you talk to people about West Liberty, they just love the track.
Oh yeah, I've never met somebody that doesn't like West Liberty. It's just, to me, it's home, but to everybody, it always produces good racing, and it's always smooth. It seems like, and multiple grooves, and it's just a nice, fun track.
And you ran over here last year with us.
Yeah.
And the car you've got right now, is that an open motor car, Jonathan?
Yeah, we've kind of went back and forth from open. We were borrowing an IMCA motor for a while. Now we build an SLMR motor. We kind of go back and forth. I mean, every motor you got to change some things on the car.
Sure. What do you like better, open motor racing or IMCA racing?
I personally like open motor racing better. It fits my style better, I believe, and I just like the speed. IMCA, you know, going from one to another, when you go from open to IMCA, it feels like you're going so much slower. But I mean, you can do more things on the track because you're going slower. When you're going so fast, you only have millimeters of thinking, you know. So, but yeah, it's hard to not like the speed and the power and everything with open motor racing. It's just so darn expensive and hard to do it every week and keep motors together.
Oh yeah. Tell us a little bit about your sponsors. Who do you have sponsoring the race car this year?
Yeah, I've had great sponsors that's been with me throughout most of my career, with all of them. Higher Construction's on the car. He's been with me since day one. Andy Minder's been with me for 3 or 4 years with Remax. Holmes Collision, he's been with me since I've been racing go-karts.
Oh, wow.
Brauns Excavating, that's our excavating company. So obviously that funds some money. And then also we got new sponsors this year. Kemper, Skidder, and Brush, he jumped on this year. Muscatine Metals, junkyard down in Muscatine, he jumped on this year, so we're happy to have him. We'll take all of them we can get, give them the best exposure we can.
Fantastic. Well, you're going to do them justice, I'm sure.
What's that?
You're going to do them justice,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure.
going to try.
Fantastic.
So, Jonathan, what's up next? Where do you go from here?
Right now, the only thing I have on the schedule next is April 23rd at Hamilton County's an SLMR race.
All right.
But like I said, I'm going to try to go to Liberty in a few weeks, too. So
good.
We'll see. See where
we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Listen, good luck in 22.
Thank you.
I love watching you drive. You're one of the up-and-coming talents. You've got a lot of skill. I'm just waiting for that big money guy to come up and throw a fistful of money at you.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And that's what it takes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
All right. How old is your dad now, Jonathan?
Oh, gosh. Now you're putting me on the spot.
Man, I watched that guy drive for a lot of years. And it's in the blood.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my dad was a race driver, and I drove, and we found success. Pat's dad, ran sprint cars.
Yeah.
And it's in the blood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, ever since I was a kid, I was in the yard riding dirt bikes or running around in go-karts thinking I was racing people. And, I mean, it's what I've done ever since I've been born. When I was born, my dad actually took me straight from the hospital and put me in the seat of his race car.
Oh, my God.
One of my first words that were not mom and dad was race car. I mean, it's just in the blood.
All right, Jonathan, any closing words for the people out there in TV land?
Well, I'd love to see everybody at Davenport on every Friday night.
All right.
And West Liberty on Saturday.
There you go.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's right. All right. Well, hey, thanks for coming on. I know you're busy.
What's
we
that?
loved having you. We'd love to have you on the show sometime. I'll give you a call, and we'll get a date scheduled. You can come into the studio and sit down with us.
There you go. I'll give you a card tonight.
All right. You do that, brother.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jonathan.
Appreciate it.
Good luck. Dad, believe it or not, you're going to be heading out there pretty quick here. We got about 5 minutes left in the show. Time flies.
Yes, it does.
When we have guests on the show.
Yes, it does. You know what? This is fun, Shane. I love doing this.
It is.
You know, hopefully we get back to the sport, bring some new people in. I think it also helps kind of take the racing to that next level and give people a little bit of perspective behind the scenes. You can only do so much from that side of the grandstands, and that's where that true grit comes from. Is the behind the scenes, some of the interesting backstories of what happens on this side of the racetrack.
Now, coming up this Monday, we're going to be out at the Milo Velos Jr. race shop. We're going to check out the cars. Milo Velos Jr., he's got a range. It was a brand new car last year. Logan Velos, we're going to sit down and talk to him. So that's coming up on our next show, Monday night. And we're going to do another shop talk. I love being in the studio. But before, when we still have a little extra time, it gets pretty busy coming up starting Thursday night for us. We're going to be out there in the shop in Logan and Milo out in Cologne, Illinois. So make sure and like and share this. It helps keep this show alive. We love all you people out there that tune into the show every week. It supports motorsports racing. It supports Pat and I. It supports Kelly at Dunright. And I want to let you know we really appreciate you helping us out.
Yeah.
Pat, any closing marks?
Thursday night here,
All right.
For the big late model show.
Right.
Saturday at West Liberty.
We're going to be there at Liberty, yeah.
Sunday is Easter, and then I think we might have one Friday off, and then Friday night back here. You know what? We're heading out into springtime. The season's starting to get kicked off, Shane. I couldn't be happier.
All right. Well, man, go out there, tear them up, get a feel for that car pad. I wish you luck in racing this year, and I know you're going to have a lot of fun because you just are an uplifting kind of guy.
Thank you.
And you always have such a positive attitude about everything that you embrace. So, man, I can't wait to see you behind the wheel of that open wheel modified.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you for everybody watching. Please make sure that you like and share. Check us out on either Facebook and or YouTube. Like and share. If you're on YouTube, smash that like button. That would be awesome. So you get new videos every Monday.
Yeah. All right, race fans, thanks for tuning in. God bless each and every one of you. This is your host, Shane Davis, saying, hey, check us out next Monday. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll be seeing each and every one of you around the track.